Welcome back to the channel, folks. Mr. H here, and we're talking all things Glass. So this is going to be my full review of Glass. It will have non-spoilers to start off, then we'll get into spoilers. It's going to be unscripted, and the reason why, I've got a lot to talk about really, and I think a little bit of a conversation needs to be had about this movie more than anything. And also, you guys know I've just moved, I don't have internet, so I need to get this video done as quickly as possible and uploaded as quickly as possible. So for those that don't like the long, rambly videos that are a bit unscripted, just click off, don't worry, and I hope to see you back on another one of my videos in future. So let's talk on spoilers. I liked it, but I also disliked it. This is a movie that could have been so much more. And if anyone's seen it and is watching this, I bet you agree with me. It starts off so well, and I mean really, really good. Although there are some issues with the way it starts off, which I do feel a disclaimer needs to be said, is that if you haven't seen Unbreakable and you haven't seen Split, Glass may really confuse you. It kind of handles the story from the other movies in the film, but it doesn't handle it that well, and I do feel like it could have been a lot better. So I do feel, disclaimer, go and watch the other movies before you watch Glass. Now, it's not the performances which are of detriment to this movie, of why I disliked it, because I loved Unbreakable. It was one of those movies that came out before Marvel and everything, and it was great. It was a fantastic original property, and it was awesome. Now, Split is one of those movies where I feel James McAvoy carried that film. And although Glass has everyone in it, and everyone's performing very, very well, it's let down by its story, and its structure, and its pacing. It's a long film. It's about 2 hours, 10 minutes, if I remember rightly from the runtime. It's a fairly long film. And I don't feel that M Night Shyamalan has given this story the necessary time to breathe. He's given the runtime, but he's not allowed it to breathe properly. So we'll kind of stop rambling and we'll get to the main story. We've seen the trailer, so we know what's going to happen, right? There's the three superhero-esque characters of this story. We've got Samuel L. Jackson's character, we've got Bruce Willis's character, and we've got James McAvoy's. They all get captured. Basically, non-spoilers, because again, we've seen it, it's in the trailer, and then things take a twist in true M. Night fashion. And it's a twist which I didn't necessarily see coming, but it's not a very good one. And I'm probably going to reiterate stuff which you think if you've seen this film, and also what probably other movie reviewers have said as well, is that this film was created off the back of a property that started before all the comic book movie boom. And when that one was started, it set a really great tone of taking the comic book genre and kind of flipping it on its head a little bit. And it was really great in the way that it did it. But things have progressed. The comic book movie industry, I guess you could call it now, because it's a beast, pun intended. It's a beast of its own making at the moment. Things have moved on, and this film doesn't acknowledge that. In fact, it holds your hand consistently throughout the entire movie, and it talks you through the tropes of comic book movies as if you've never seen one, which is an issue, because everyone has seen one by now. And like I say, I feel that that's a product of M. Night not wanting to move this universe forward. There were some rumours and rumblings stated that he wrote this around the same time that he wrote the first one. So this is apparently a trilogy that was written years and years and years ago, but he's not gone back to it to update it for the modern, for the modern time. Bad move, man, bad move. The use of colours is great in this film. Again, all non-spoilers, but the use of colours is really, really good in this film. You see it in the trailer. There is actual reasons behind it, and the colours have meaning. The way they come on the screen and they're hued in the background and stuff. It's fantastic. It's really, really well done. It's quite intelligently done. The framing of certain shots, beautiful. But the problem is with this film, it almost looks like it's been made by, or it's been made with two different cinematographers. So on the one hand, you've got these these shots which are framed so beautifully and they're lit exquisitely and it looks astounding. And then you take a twist and a turn and you're looking at these other ones and you're like, well, this is like dog shit. What is this? So, look, the first half is great. The second half will divide people, and I think it will make a lot of people really second guess their opinions of the first half. Basically, if I had to give it out of like a 5-star rating or whatever, I would probably give it a 3, and I think that's probably being generous. But it's because the first half was so good, and the performances are so good. So that's kind of a roundup-ish, I guess. I will say this though about the performances. James McAvoy being a standout and the man which carried the movie Split was not really given that much to do in this film. He has these other personalities which turn up. Again, you've seen him in the trailer, so not spoiler. But they're not allowed to do anything. And it's not only that, but it's also the fact that in this film, there's some really tense and touching moments interjected with comedy. Why? It's such a shame. There's such a beautiful score in this film, and it really is. The score to Unbreakable, if anyone remembers it, is fantastic. The score to Split was great. And then it's all compounded together in this kind of penultimate movie. And the score is superb. Like, it is 10 out of 10. It's a great, great score. And then we're interjected with comedy in these moments where this score is showing this really tense and touching emotional moment. Why? I don't understand. You've got all of these personalities that you could use and you're using them at the worst possible time. So anyway, that's it. That's my non-spoiler review done. You've been warned. This is your warning. We're going to get into spoilers now. Full spoiler warning. Spoiler, 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 spoiler. The twist. The M Night twist. Oh, the M Night twist. It should be a dance move, shouldn't it, really? The M Night twist. Look, the twist is, and this is it's kind of pointless. The twist is that Mr. Glass inadvertently created both David Dunn's character, the Unbreakable, the Overseer as he's being called in this film, and the Horde, the Beast. Because the train that David Dunn was on, the Horde's father, Kevin Crumb's father, was on it as well, and he died, which led to all of the abuse from the mother and, you know, the trauma that the Horde has then experienced to become what they are. Just a dumb, pointless twist. But then there's another twist. So he couldn't help himself. And we'll get to his cameo in a minute, because it was shocking. Shocking cameo. But anyway, so the second twist is that they're in, obviously, this facility and stuff like that, and they're being studied by this psychiatrist, Sarah Paulson, great actress, is not given enough to do in any movie, and wasted potential in American Horror Story. Yes, she's great in it, but she's a great actress, and I'd love to see her doing more big tentpole movies, because she's superb. But anyway, so they're being studied by the psychiatrist, Sarah Paulson. They do their big fight. Oh, again, spoiler alert, they all die. They all die because Sarah Paulson is part of an Illuminati-esque cult, which is there designed to keep superheroes and villains from coming out into the world. That's it. That's double twist. M Night, the double twist man. So, yeah, I don't know. So, again, we're in the spoiler section now, so I'm just going to level with you and talk, as if I'm talking to a friend here. It was good up until a point, and then I think M Night couldn't help himself, and it just went so far up its own arse. He was tugging himself away like a puppet. I don't know. It's one of those movies which genuinely could have been so much more. It had so much potential, and it was one of my most anticipated movies of this year, but it's not been hindered by that. I didn't go in expecting grandiose. I went in expecting it to be almost what it presented itself to be as. These dumb twists didn't need to be there. The The Beast acting was a little bit off in parts, right? The James McAvoy really hammed it up for that character, and I appreciate it in parts, but sometimes it was a bit much. I will say this as well, the cameo from M Night was just atrocious. The man can't act to save his life. I don't understand why he keeps putting himself in his movies, because it really throws you, it throws you out of the movie. You disengage completely. In fact, he was even smirking in a part where I presume he's not supposed to be smirking. Real bad. So anyway, I can't really say much more on this film. I can recommend it, and I can only recommend it on the basis that it's a film which I think you can get some enjoyment out of. I mean, it's Saturday night now. I've watched it on a Saturday night. I don't begrudge watching it. I don't begrudge spending the money on it, which is, I mean, that's better than I can say for a lot of films I've seen recently. So I can kind of recommend it, but I'm tentatively recommending it. Like I said, it's kind of a 3 out of 5, maybe a 2.5 out of 5, something like that. It's the potential's there, and I think everyone should see it to see the potential that's been squandered. Does that make sense? Does that make sense why I'm recommending it? Hopefully it does. Look, if you've seen the film, I want to hear your thoughts. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know down below in the comment section. If you are new here, please do hit that subscribe button, stay up to date on all the pop culture and movie news, and the movie reviews as well. Just for returning subscribers, just to let you know, this whole space that I'm in at the moment is my new house. This will all be set up. There'll be things and stuff. It won't just be a blank wall behind me. Just to let you know. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a like and a share. I've been Mr. H. Take care.